Sooner Nation in Gaylord Family Oklahoma Memorial Stadium. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Duke Blue Devils, taking on the runner-up from last year's national championship, the Oklahoma Sooners. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. So Oklahoma's offense will take the first swing of the game. They got an incredibly efficient performance from this guy last time out. Now, Jesse, it's about making that a consistent thing.
Yeah, I think the most impressive thing watching that tape back from his last game is the ball never touched the ground, David. It was amazing. And it wasn't that he was so accurate throwing the ball deep down the field. It's just that the ball was always going to the open guy. He did a really good job checking it down, taking the profit when it wasn't open downfield. That kept the offense on schedule. That's really important for this offense today.
And when you're watching it as a defensive player and coming to this football game, man, you know this is going to be a challenge. I better get pressure on this guy. If I let him feel comfortable, you'll see another day like last week. I mean, that dude was accurate.
He wants to take the top off. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Excellent job by this defense. You know they watched the tape last week. This offense was humming. They were clicking. They were in rhythm. You knew they would be aggressive, and they are in the first drive. Great discipline in the back end. Shows up, shows out, and creates the first takeaway of this football game.
This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Unloads to the wideout. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
Well, the offense taking a shot after getting the takeaway. They're in what's called the fringe area. It's not quite the red zone, but it's a good spot to throw posts, to throw goes, to throw deep corner routes, smash routes. And that's exactly what they were thinking that time. Just a little bit off on the throw. Nice play by the defense, but I love the aggressive nature that time by the O.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43. He spent his whole career in the backfield, now 40 career sacks.
That is absolutely insane. A guy that can get to the quarterback that much. You know where he's at, Palmer. He's on the end of the line of scrimmage most of the time. You're pointing to him. There's the guy we got to make sure that doesn't make the play, and he gets to the quarterback time and time again.
There are very few players, I think, in college football, David, that you need to know where they line up each and every play because they are going to disrupt everything. This guy has been that all throughout his career. 40 sacks. That is unbelievable.
He's just enough space to create some breathing room. He's got it up to the 12. The Sooners can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Wants to go up top. Fires to the big fella. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
Nice route there by the tight end, making it real easy for his quarterback to find an easy completion.
Ball spotted at the 21. It's first down. Quick completion to the right. Still on his feet at the 35. They finally get him on the ground, and this junior turning in a big play after the catch.
Get the big-time receiver involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this offense, no matter who they're playing against. But you can see, with his size, with his ability after the catch, this guy is a weapon, and he's putting this defense on alert early.
Got enough for the first down. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. There's always been a lot of flash and sizzle to the Oklahoma offense, but it's built on being tough.
Yeah, and especially the great teams. The great teams that you think about in Oklahoma past, the ones that were in the national championship or in the playoff, those are teams that can run the football, be physical. It all started there.
And on that play on the RPO, they had the look they wanted, but up front, they just could not get the job done. You see linemen losing their one-on-one battles. There was nowhere for that running back to go.
And the Sooners trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. They've been running it, but now the pass. With the catch, it's Nicholson. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. You can hand it to him, you can throw it to him. Either way, he's making his presence felt.
Those are your favorite plays, Reese, the him plays, right? They're finding ways to get him the ball because he can make plays, whether it's running or receiving out of the backfield. They're going to continue to have.
Got some room, head to the goal line. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business for the first and goal.
I'll tell you, this guy has to get touches early in games. They're doing a good job of that right now. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in it.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Sooner! I tell you, when this drive started, the defense thought they had them in a hole. Not anymore. What a performance.
And I really like the play calling by the offensive coordinator on that last drive. That was a nice mixture of running and throwing and getting different players involved. Really nice job, very poised in that play calling, and it showed up with the touchdown.
He'll start the return inside his 5. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. The give, and he's looking for room behind the left tackle. And he finds enough running room, and he's marked down at the 20. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Blue Devils with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Looking to fire. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming.
And this offense is searching, man. They're trying to find something. Last week they did nothing. They got nothing going. Looked really, really poor. This week, starting a little sluggish. They got to find something they can hang their hat on and something they can build off of for this offense.
That was a third down this offense absolutely had to have. They're already down in this game, and so on third down, you've got to find a way to win. And it's a nice...
There he goes. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Blue Devils are marching down the field. Rush is on him. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
You don't want to see this trend continue. Last week he was sacked 4 times. The offensive line, this offense as a whole, needs to get in better situations, get rid of the football faster, and not keep getting their quarterback hit.
And the Blue Devils with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Lost the fire on second down. Quarterback strolling away from heat. And this defense goes back-to-back sack, Jack.
And that's what I like most about this defense. When you try to take shots and make big plays, they get to the quarterback. They get him on the ground, their 3rd sack of the day. And this is a unit that ranks in the top 10 in sacks in the country.
Makes the grab. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. The Blue Devils will punt this one away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The give to the back. Able to pick his way forward for a decent gain before the defense gets him down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. The play action fake. Looking for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go with the ball.
So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Finds him out of the backfield. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Well, there's the advantage of having versatility at the running back position. On 4th down, everybody in the stadium is expecting if you throw it, it's probably going to a receiver at tight end. But because of his ability to catch the football, he makes a huge play for this offense and keeps the drive alive.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Second down, they'll go to the air. Out of the backfield, he's open. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play a wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. And here comes the field goal unit. And the kicker delivers the 3 to salvage that drive. And that lead grows even bigger. After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Just enough time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Looking downfield on 1st down. And the pressure is going to get to him, and down he goes, and that's how the 1st quarter will end. We reach the quarter break with Oklahoma on top. Man, that was an impressive and dominant 1st quarter. Let's take a look at the stats before we move on. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the 2nd period and they try to find a way to answer. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with 2nd down. They'll run play action. Throws to the wideout. Got him downfield. And works it to the 40-yard line. That'll be a 1st down. And the Blue Devils racing to the line in a hurry-up.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that 1st down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the belt. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
And there was nowhere to go. Just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. The Blue Devils now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Gives it on the option. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. It's complete on the right side. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the 1st down. And the Blue Devils will bring the punt team onto the field. They'll look to pin him deep. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. Time for this Sooner offense to go back to work. They've got the lead here. Last time they settled for a field goal, but David got to find that balance between being aggressive and careful.
And I think they'll take that. I got the lead, Palmer. I got the football. I got to take care of the football, put a nice drive together, and just get some kind of points on this drive.
No doubt. Lots to be happy about right now if you're this team. I think for this one, though, on this drive, it's about finding the one-on-one matchups that are in your favor and then exploiting them.
Looking to throw on 1st down. And he dropped it, just didn't look the thing all the way in.
I know that one falls incomplete, but I love the idea of finding ways to get this running back the ball, right? You can hand it off to him. He's got really good hands. Already has a few catches in this game. I think you keep trying to leak him out of the backfield and let him take advantage of this defense throwing the ball.
The Sooners will line it up on 1st and 10.
And this has got to be so demoralizing for this defense right now, having given up multiple first downs on this drive. Somebody on defense has to step up, make a play, and stop the bleed.
Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. Unloads it left. Complete downfield. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. The RPO, fire right, trying to convert. Touchdown, Oklahoma! He got loose, and it was lights out after that. They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10. And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they built this sizable lead. Takes this from inside the 5. He'll be chased out of bounds inside his own 20 at the 18-yard line, and a great job of coverage there. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. After giving up that score, now it's incumbent on this offense to kind of get a back and forth going, Jesse, in this game.
They got to put some points on the board here. There's obviously a lot of football to go, so it's not necessarily panic time just yet, but I'm getting the ball into the hands of my best playmakers on this drive.
I hear you, Jesse, but not panic time. Have you seen my defense? I mean, I'm not trusting them to get a lot of stops, so he puts a lot of pressure on this offense.
And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
And that's a really good job by the QB, getting the ball out of his hands, knowing where the sticks are, getting the first. And they saw something they like, because here they come, right back on the ball to run another play.
The Blue Devils want to pick up the tempo. Handoff from the gun. Found a little space, and he's got 4 to the 35. These are the types of plays where offenses impose their will. 3rd and short from the 45. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down. And the Blue Devils will send out the punt unit. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They'll go to the ground. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Kept it on the ground on 1st down, now back to the line. To the air on 2nd down. Fires to the wideout. Got his man. Turning it on. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18.
It feels like everything this play caller has called has worked so far in this first half for the offense. They've generated a really nice lead, lighting up the scoreboard, and they're staying aggressive. They're throwing the football. They're dictating everything right now to the defense.
He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Back to pass. Quickly to the flat, the wide receiver screen. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense. 1st and goal from the 7. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost, trying to defend their own end zone. Gets it out quickly. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. We'll see if the offense can punch it in on 2nd and goal. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? The run up the middle, looking for the score. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on second down, this little third to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter.
Touchdown, Sooners! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
And it's money time. It's 3rd and goal. You got the option. You could run the football, still be balanced, use the big fella, the tight end. I love it down here because he can act like he's blocking, slip out, and get open. And then he's got that big body. You just throw it to him, and he does the rest.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. RPO complete to open the drive. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. The Blue Devils are in the hurry-up. Gonna swing it on second down. Had the pick in his hands and couldn't hang on, and you just won't see that from him very often. It'll be 3rd down. They're about to wear this punter out. He's already been out 4 times, staring at a 5th if they can't move the chains. Makes the grab. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. And the Blue Devils will line up to punt it away. Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he's stopped. So the first play of the drive will come from the 43. First play of the drive, wants to throw. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. And now this offense will try to overcome that second down incompletion. Finds his tight end. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first.
Number 13, on to kick it away.
We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, you've been calling a lively one from Norman so far. And we'd be remiss if we didn't start this halftime report by giving props to this superstar tight end. He's been almost, you know what, check that. He has been unguardable with that unusual blend of speed, size, hands, and route running. He is a pick-your-poison kind of player. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Memorial Stadium.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. The Sooners will kick it away to start the second half. Looking for blockers. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. When you're facing a deficit like this one to start the second half, you really can't afford to waste a single possession.
Fresh start here in the second half. That's the only way you can look at this if you're on offense. Things did not go your way there in the first half. It starts with one play. To get our confidence going, we just got to get something going early here on this drive.
One play, stay aggressive. Now I think I can be even more aggressive on 4th downs because obviously I've built a deficit. My defense has got to make some plays for me too.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Blue Devils are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. On 3rd and short, they'll ride the running back here. And he needed 1 yard, and he didn't get it. The defense won the battle up front. They bring the punter onto the field now. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. Here come the Sooners ready to go on offense. Quarterback may change this route. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man to the left. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
Yeah, I love this offensive approach, man. All gas, no brakes. You got the lead, so what? Continue to do what you do. Find those one-on-one situations and continue to stay aggressive.
And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Oklahoma!
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
And the extra point is good. They wasted no time on that drive. 2 plays, touchdown just like that. Let's see what he can do with the return. And the coverage team able to make the tackle.
You know, a lot of offensive coordinators script the first, 5 to 10 to 15 plays. You don't usually draw that up for inside your own 10. Bad field position to start. This offense needs to come out, get a few positive plays first to get out the shadow of your own end zone.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
Second down.
Wants to go up top. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. Breaks into the open. He'll be stopped at the 27, but picks up 10 on that one.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Caught behind the line. It's Whitehead. He has an extensive juke library, and he exhausted it and still didn't pick up much. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Big 3rd down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. Sweet cut there. And he gets it done on 3rd down. They move the chains, and they'll mark it at the 44. Shut down and shut out in the first half, but finally this offense trying to put something together. To the air on 1st down. Fires to the tight end. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
So now it's 2nd and long. They'll leave it with him. Nice gain of 6, leaving them with 3rd and 4.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wondered maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
Facing this double-digit deficit here in the second half, almost a no-brainer to go for it on 4th down. Trying to keep this drive alive. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. And the Blue Devils pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Catch in the middle, it's Hood. They get it down to the 35 before he stopped. 10-yard pickup on the play, and it's a first down.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
Here's an opportunity for this offense in search of its first touchdown. It's 1st and 10. Rides to back and leaves it on the option. Oh, he's got some space. Oh, and what a move. What a juke, and he makes it past the marker.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
The Blue Devils kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. The give to the running back from the shotgun. He'll be pulled down after a good run. They'll mark it at the 15. And the Blue Devils in a good spot here with second and short.
Here we go, here we go.
From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. And he'll finish the run and the end zone. Touchdown, Duke. Lining up to add another. Precision blocking up front. Created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
Bringing it out. Slips through the line. They get him out of bounds at the 46, and he sets him up with terrific field position on that return. Guys, we'll get another look at this Oklahoma offense. They still have a cushion, but you don't want to feed that hope with unproductive drives. On the run, still looking. A strike downfield. Slicing and dicing through this defense, and they've got it down to the 23.
Man, we knew coming into this game just how explosive this offense could be, and a big part of that is their ability to throw the football. They've scored a ton of points, and it's because they can generate plays like that. When this quarterback sees the one-on-one matchup he wants, he is not afraid to pull the trigger, and he hits a big throw there.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the first down. They've got it in field goal range, but they'll try to convert this third and long from the 20. Grabbed in the middle, it's Ferguson. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it first and goal at the 6. And the Sooners are on the move. Snapped it in the shotgun. The throw. He's going for the goal line. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3. Second and goal for this offense. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman. The Sooners come to the line in the hurry-up. Quarterback making checks. Looking to throw on third and goal. Looking to get it in. And he will take it in. Touchdown Sooners. That's his third touchdown pass of the day. The defense has no clue how to respond right now.
No, and the defense has had absolutely no answer. He's been on the money. He's been on fire, making the right decisions and just carving this defense up.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. Opening play of this drive comes from the 12-yard line. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Navigates that mass of bodies and gets 4 out to the 17. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They go to the draw. Out across the 20 to the 21-yard line, a 3-yard gain. The Blue Devils are at the line looking to convert on third and short. They'll try to drive ahead on third and short. He didn't get it. Not only that, he lost yardage. And the Blue Devils send out the punt unit. They make make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. So here comes the Oklahoma offense. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
And it was a nice job in play calling, too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Throws to the wideout. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. They'll be able to get off one more play before quarter's end. Caught in the backfield, it's Lincoln. There he goes. He steps out of bounds, and that'll be the end of quarter number 3. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive fourth quarter comeback. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. Wants to throw on first down. Spits it out to the back. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Looking to fire. Got his man quickly. And he'll be run out of bounds, and these guys are piling up some serious yardage total. The Sooners have it with a first and goal. Gonna look downfield again. Swings it out to his running back. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Back to pass. Another interception. That's number 17 on the year. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. The Blue Devils buried deep in their own territory, just trying to find breathing room on first down. They'll move the tight end. From the gun, the running back has it. Tried to get him a little breathing room, and they're still suffocating in their own end. Working well behind the sticks on second down. They'll try it over the left side. Tough run across the 5. He'll get it all the way out to the 8-yard line. After the strong run on second down, third down coming. Do they do it again? Dropping back, it's Mahan. Gets it out fast. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. And the Blue Devils will punt it away on fourth down. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. The Sooner offense returns to the field. That last possession, a prime example, Jesse, of how things get condensed in the red zone.
Hard to throw when the windows are smaller, and that's what happens down near the goal line, David. But for this quarterback here, just take accountability and ownership and come out here and lead your offense.
And move on. Like, we needed points. That's something that we can harp on. We'll watch the tape this week, but now it's time to move on. Let's get another drive going.
Not much room to run. Let's give him 1 to the 33. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down.
Here we go.
Wants to go up top. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. And the Sooners come to the line on third and short, trying to convert here. Takes it from the gun on third down. Got it in the middle, it's Ferguson. He'll come through on third downs. He's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23. The Sooners are flying down the field. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. He's stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. And to the end zone. He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run.
And this is exactly what you want to do when you're on offense. You have the lead. You want to chew the clock, keep the ball on the ground, keep that thing just ticking, Palmer.
They're just imposing their will, David, and that's something that we've seen, I think, all game. Up front, they've been the more physical team. They're the ones that's getting pushed and that's getting movement, and it's carrying over all the way here deep into the fourth quarter.
Zings it complete to the right. Touchdown, Oklahoma! And they add 6. The board with that trip to the house. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
And honestly, it's been about complementary football in this game, right? We've seen this offense go up and down the field. They've been lighting up the scoreboard, but the defense has done a great job, too, getting off the field and putting their offense in really good position in this game. The head coach has got to love what he's seen on both sides of the ball today.
Fielded in the end zone. It's good. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Quick strike complete. Stopped at the 24-yard line after the 10-yard gain.
It's important on offense to get the tight ends involved in the passing game. These are big fellas that can run, and this guy's a big target, so nice job on that play.
Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Snagged in the middle. It's Wilson. And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44.
And after giving up that completion, guys, I wonder if the defense is going to decide to stay in zone or maybe mix things up, a little more man coverage, maybe blitz.
This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. At the 40, there he goes. Oh, a lot of space. And he'll take it in for the touchdown. It won't have much impact on the outcome of the game, but it is a fabulous parting gift, a consolation prize, if you will.
I think it's a good sign for coaches to see that their team is still fighting, and they're getting blown out in this game. Nothing has gone their offense's way. They've been outmatched, but here in the fourth quarter, you like to see guys competing. You like to see guys still trying to fight, because as a coach, you want to know next time you take the field which guys you can depend on and what you can build on.
Now the Oklahoma offense will go back to work. Snags a quick pass on the left. And he's brought down after a nice gain. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
The first thing you have to do to make these plays successful offensively is I have to block the edge. I got to get my speedster in space. They didn't do a good job of getting that guy out there in space where he could really use his jets. Nice job by the defense, understanding it, seeing it, rallying to it, and tackling that guy for a loss.
And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first, an array of possibilities here. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49. The Sooners come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Trying the left side. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks. And the Sooners have a lot of options on 2nd and inches. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Motion from the wideout. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Turning it on! And how much running room have they been able to find on the ground? Man, are they piling up some gaudy rushing stats. And they don't have to go for a touchdown here with this little time left and with the lead, but they might anyway. Looking to throw, it's Fuller. Fires into the end zone. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
All right, so now you're in this 3rd down situation close to the goal line, and it just feels, David, like they're going to have to throw the football in order to score a touchdown here. I like maybe trying to get the quarterback outside on the perimeter and give him a run-pass option.
I like that, too. Getting the quarterback on the move. And here's the thing. If I get close and I get stopped, it's 4th down. 4th down means go for it. That's all that means now today in college football.
It's good. And that'll add 3 more to a lead that is already way out of hand.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting out there.
And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. This has been an old-fashioned fanny paddling, David. I mean, they've just got taken behind the woodshed.
There's nothing to say. This has been an absolute beatdown. Dominated from the start, Jesse, to almost the finish now. They have done nothing right.
Everyone's going to have a real hard look at themselves, I think, this week after watching the film and in practice. And they just got to take accountability. They have to understand, man for man in this offense, they've got to do a better job next time they're on the field.
Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. From the gun, wants to pass. He'll get rid of it. Good quickness to grab it off the deflection. Out of bounds at the 27-yard line, and this offense needed to play like that. Now on 1st and 10 from the 27. Back to pass, it's Mahan. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is what
he hurls one deep down the left side. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. The defense making a play to put an exclamation point on this one, and that ought to do it. They get the W, and with that being win number 6, looks as if they're going bowling, guys.
And that's a good moment for this squad, right? Like, you start every season, you have big goals. It usually starts with your conference championship and winning a national championship, maybe going to the playoffs. Everybody has different goals, but getting to a bowl is always sweet, and this team's eligible now.
I know the coaches are really happy about this, the AD and the fans, because they know what it means for the program, right? You're going to get those 15 extra practices at the end of the year to help develop young talent. Looking ahead to next season, but that's next season. There's still a lot of football left to go this year. Let's just see how good of a bowl game they can get to.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.